The age is just a number, but the number can be interpreted in various ways. Now, why am I talking about it? There are various thoughts that popped up, and I just thought that, I post whatever I think at the time on this YouTube. Not random, but hopefully with some consistency or ideas behind it that is useful for me and possibly for others. But I think that changes, but I feel it's kind of like an interesting process for me to keep on doing until I pass away, if I could. And one of the reasons is that I was just looking at the trees, and they grow, flourish, flowers, seeds, and then they die. I'm very much like a tree, that's what I say. What's the word I use? Tree analogy of life. That we start from the seed, growth in the root, stem and leaves and branches and flowers, and then expanding, and then this direction, that direction, this idea, that idea, and then start to shrink it. I feel the shrinking. My dry eyes are part of the process. So talking is to recognize what's going on as if I'm looking at myself in the mirror. And the number is clicking. And it's not just what I feel in the mind, but I feel in my heart. I always talk about connecting to the root, or be centered. So just like I said, age is a number. There's a point to say it's just a number, but there's also a point to say number has some meaning, like a dry eyes or the aging and the passage of time. You can have no passage of time, no mind, no self, but you can have passage of time with mind and do things, for example, to not overuse my eyes, to maintain, just like a tree is not to stretch out this way, that way too much. And if the energy is getting less, they try to maneuver in such a manner that is balanced. So, as I do this every day, and what's interesting is there's a guy who posted a comment saying that he likes what I'm doing every day, and he's says he watches all the videos. I don't know how many of them, but he may have watched quite a few to say that, I'll keep doing it. And there's another guy who said he's supporting me every day, and now he's into the day 22 or 23, whatever, and keep posting. So there's something going on in me about life and the tree, and their trees, and their trees may be much younger. I doubt it's going to be older than me. So there's a relationship with each other as humanity to communicate. And all three may try to share some ideas and the seed. It may work, or it may work in certain situations. So that way, generation after generation, things start keep moving. I see that's the nature's way. And it's natural. So in the sense, if you don't die and grow, if the tree grows everywhere, it may be unbalancing to the whole ecosystem. And what if people start to live long time? That to me is unimaginable, because nature has a way of us to be born and have the cycle the human ego may say that, okay, we conquer the nature, we break this cycle, live forever. But that's the mind talking, and I'm not sure about it. We can use AI for better life, possibly, and live long, dealing with the cancer or overcoming the cancer. And those things can happen. But what about the nature's way that we are having this DNA? It may not be easy to change DNA while we live, but there's another cycle, another generation. So that if I picture me living like this and reflecting daily and also in the past, young growth people who may watch my video may suck up some of the nutrition or ideas, take this or throw this away, whatever they choose, to fit the environment, because the way I interface with the environment, with the AI, especially human-related activities, the nature's growth and the change may be much slower compared to the human growth, if you call that, our generation, and into the next generation, and the speed is accelerating. So the younger ones start from at certain level. It's like a Baton, the race of running. One generation go from zero, from here to there, and before this happens, there was another generation before that, and another one all the way. And the science will tell us that at the beginning was some kind of a origin of life. Then found the fish and the animals, or the insect, and the lettuce and the trees, and the us generated, and the DNA get extended. And maybe you can play with the DNA too, so that you may want to live long and take care of all the stuff. But I think the respect for the nature should be in us to be where we are as a miracle of being alive. So I think I would like to use the word appreciation, amazement of what's happening as a living being. Of course, there are problems and sufferings that we may feel, but we may also find a way to overcome, to be happy, and growth continues. And as a matter of fact, nature has a way. If there's one species, there's another species that may fight against each other, or multiple species to one species. And if you look around, the fish and different fish, and certain fish is only in Hawaii, not the other place. So there's an ecosystem, and the interaction making the process in such a manner that as a whole, we are moving in some direction as the nature may put us to be part of. So I guess the point of this video is just to acknowledge that on my part, and the shared ideas, and the younger generations who pick up, choose things that may fit, because their vision, willingness, approach may be different from mine. That's part of the nature's way, to keep on, continue exploration. So let me just say that I post those videos, including this one, for the sake of me going through the CAPD check act plan do, from the birth to now, or even before that, and tracing back what happened and learning lots of stuff and putting things together to share what I see and posting the best I can, as much as how I interact with the current situation into the future, including AI and stuff like that. So, just for a little pause to say thank you for me to be here, for the ancestors and the environment, and I wish you, the younger ones and into the next generation, to carry on the challenge and growth and have fun. So it's my role, it's your role. Let's have a good button, if there is a way to communicate and hand over. But before I pass away, I may want to say a little bit more than what I just said. I love the nature, and I appreciate my being. May all beings be happy. Thank you.